This is the
comment below. See ya. This is cool. Let me walk over to my demonstration. This is checking out Fragbox TV. What is going on, my reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV. Okay, we are in Indonesia. We're here in Bali, and now we're going to walk through our first visit. We're stopping at a coral facility. Our friend Freddie took the time out of his day to show us around. We're going to see some of the most amazing corals we've ever seen, and then we're going to hand pick our favorite ones and send them back to ourselves in Toronto so you guys can see them and appreciate and fill your aquariums with beautiful Indonesian corals. This is going to be a lot of fun, guys. Stick around, watch it to the end because there's a lot to learn in this video. Thanks for watching. This is it. We are here. Check it out, guys. We are in Indonesia, in Bali. First stop, first coral farm. Pretty cool to see where this stuff is coming from. Let's check out what they have going on. Just for the structure, just to give you an idea. It looks like it's about that away, maybe what, 100 feet by 100 by 30. So do the math. It's hot in here. You guys can't feel it. It is very, very humid, very warm, very wet. It's beautiful actually outside. It's like 30 degrees today and it's just perfect. Before I jump into the corals, because it looks like there's a lot here, we're going to be here for a while. I'm just taking a look at the structure, like how they've actually built the stands. So check it out. They're just sitting on some concrete blocks. Very simple. It's about 30 inches off the ground, and then a 2x4 this way holding, and these are all glass. Euro brace at the end, and this looks like on a continuous run of about 16 feet. I would say that's 16 by 4 by 12 inches, which is kind of like a standard size that you would typically see for growing corals. But the stand is quite surprising. Just simple, not a lot going on. Concrete blocks, and the 2x4 is running the entire length. For lighting, let's see. Oh, check it out. Looks like he's got aqua illumination primes, the 26s. Same lights that were running over our display tank back in the shop in Toronto. He's got not that many for lights, but I'm happy to see that he's using those. Actually, it's a mix of lights. So over here, some other ones, not really sure what they are. Some other ones. Actually, there's a big mix. These ones look like reef brights over top of this tank. Maybe I can ask him in a second why the different lighting choices. I would imagine it's for different corals. Oh my God. Okay. Cool. Where do we begin? There's a lot going on in here. Let's check this out. Looks like they're taking some photos, maybe for... You're taking photos for website customers? Dear Lord. We are in coral heaven right now. How's it going? Check out some of these zoanthids here. He's got yellow chorus wrasses I see throughout the tanks, and that's a very powerful pest eater. If there's any zoanthid eating nudies or flatworms, spiders, these are great fish, and you can keep them in school. So he's got a bunch of them throughout, and it's nice that the tank is open right to the end. So, you know, a little army of fish are going to keep all your corals nice and clean from the pests in the ocean. Check out these candy apple reds. Wow. Just perfect. And there's so many, like overwhelming amount of these. He's got them organized by species. So over here we see all the alveoporas, and it looks like they got the flow off probably just for taking photos, but a ton of flow. Some very powerful power heads over here, the Jabao SW20s. Everything looks super healthy. Check these things out here. Oh my God, the torches, guys. Reefing fan, check these out. Look at the torches. Just go on forever.
Now you observe.
Yeah, so this one is after that remove.
So these are all the new ones that came in?
Yeah, new coming.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So where are these coming from?
This one.
Yeah, these
is Sumbawa. Lombok.
Lombok.
Yeah.
Different area here in Indonesia. Some nice branching hammers.
Also we do the we have friends. Huh?
These are all farmed. All farmed.
Culture.
Yeah, cultured.
Culture, yes,
yeah,
yes,
all
yes,
cultured. Every single piece here.
Yeah.
All of these are cultured. Nothing taken from the wild. All grown. These on the other side, some green star polyps. I gotta go check out. Oh, I'm seeing some crazy acanthos. What is this? Hold on, before I go over there. Oh my goodness. Is this the sump? That's gotta be like a 10-foot drop there. I guess all of them are filtering into this. I'm not really sure how this system works. Usually when I look at a sump, it's pretty straightforward. I'm not grasping this, but I think it may just be a massive 10-foot deep sump that connects all of these systems together. This water?
Yes.
Oh,
from the ocean.
how do you bring the water here to the, because the ocean's not close, is it?
We put there and
You bring it over in a truck?
yeah,
In a truck, and then they're holding it in these massive, looks like 5,300 liter holding tanks. Very, very simple setup. I'm just kind of grasping it. The water filters down through here, and then they have baskets that just hold floss. No socks, check that out. And then they go through this very deep, like 8, 9, 10-foot drop into a larger sump there in the bottom. And the protein skimmers are running right inside all of the tanks. Why it works like that, not 100% sure. Never seen an acanthon like that. Not an ultra like this, but so cool. Just like a peach and green. Oh my God, the Goniporus. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick. So I have a CITES for 168 pieces from our friends here. And what does that mean? CITES, it's the Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species. So it means every single piece that gets exported out of this country needs to be accompanied by a CITES. Oh my God, let me go over to this blasto as I explain. So I have permits for 168 of them, and on all the permits it's gonna say I'm allowed, you know, 10 blastos or 50 alveoporas or 10 of these. And those are gonna dictate which pieces I'm taking home with me at the end of this trip. But it's just so many. I don't know how you're supposed to pick. Like if I gotta pick torches, there's a lot going on here. Like they're fragging some plate coral. Man, the color on that one, incredible. I always say this in the videos that the camera doesn't pick up how nice the corals actually are. And I don't think that's ever been true than right now. The size of this place, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these 16-foot tanks. 8 of them, and they are completely packed with coral. I guess that makes sense given how much volume they're shipping out. So he said about 3,500 boxes of coral a week. And if you can imagine a box of coral, that's about 20 to 30 colonies. Oh, look at these. Woo! Oh my goodness. Guys, women, fam, children, hide your kids, hide your wife. That is something else. Incredible. This is beyond kid in a candy store. Whatever another saying is. There's no candy here. This is just treasure. RRR. I am a pirate and this is my bounty. See ya. We found the mushrooms, the yumas rather. These are Recordia yumas. Very cool. Very low light. So on this tank he's got a different sort of lighting. Kind of looks like the Orphic bars above my head. Look at these Rhodactis. I'm taking that with me 100%. There's no way I'm leaving this country and that isn't coming with me. Oh, these Discosoma, those are funky. Check these out. So many nice pieces. Rhodactis, Rhodactis, Rhodactis. It looks like it's just everywhere I turn, there's just something else to look at. I'm excited to bring this back. Not only to be here, not only to be shooting these videos, thanks again to all our reefing fam that makes this possible, but also to ship this back and for you guys to see your expression when you see these corals back in our shop. These chalices are out of this world. A few tangs also in every tank. I guess that's for algae management. There's no algae in any of these things. Super, super clean. Over here, a little bit of different lighting, different spectrum with some high-end zoas. Oh, I gotta go check those out on that side. Some blue mushrooms. Wow, those are different. Check these out. It looks like here he's got a bunch of nice chalice on sort of smaller grow-out plates. Stuff that he's culturing, stuff that's worth growing, some very funky colors. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. The Indophilias, Cinerias, Acanthophilias, some of them are huge. That thing's bigger than my hand. Massive. The colors on them are ridiculous. On this section here, some open brain. Personal favorite of mine. Check out this elegance. Holy guacamole. Look at this thing. Just perfect. This one with the pink tips. This was worth it. You know what? Taking the flight over here. I enjoy flying, so it wasn't such a big thing for me, but it was 14 hours to Tokyo and then another 8 hours to get here. Look at these. Jesus Murphy. I've never seen mushrooms like that. Definitely worth the trip. I'm really surprised. Very, very clean. Like, his tanks are immaculate. They're spotless. Oh, looks like we found their glue of choice. Some adhesive. I'm going to send them some BRS glue. These are the Ganipora combo rocks. This is a very common thing we're starting to see out of Indo in the last couple of years. We didn't have stuff like this before, but it's just many, many cool little different varieties glued to one piece so that you end up with like a garden instead of just one color. This is actually an order that's been picked out, so this is getting shipped out, and whoever ordered this has very, very fine taste and knows exactly what they are looking for. Never seen these. So usually you hear me say in the video, I've seen a lot of coral, and it's you know, it's a little bit tricky to stump me. But I would say every 5 seconds I'll see something like this, you know, or something like this, or a mushroom like that. Look at that thing. It's happening. Oh man, look at these zoas. I've never seen these. I've never seen those. This black open brain, or maybe these blastomusas, or those ones. These zoas. Okay, maybe I've seen something like that, but there's so many varieties and colors and types of corals. Those yumas, like I'm lost. I'm just dumbfounded. Amazing. These yumas are wow. Wow, wow, wow. Maybe I should just stop talking. Maybe I just hover over the tanks for the next 45 minutes and you guys just enjoy the ride. What do you think? I like how I'm talking like you guys can answer me. Boom. Hello. Hello. And you know what? Something to keep in mind, the cost of these corals are quite inexpensive. So a rock of, let's say, that Rhodactis over there, let me jump over. A rock like this, you know, absolutely full with beautiful Rhodactis would cost here about $10 US, maybe a little bit more. $10, $15 for a rock of Rhodactis. Why are they so expensive when they get to North America? The shipping. These got to come in a lot of water, and there's a lot of paperwork involved. There's permits, there's CITES, there's taxes. So by the time they land, you can multiply that number by about 15, you know, to get it in. And that's why they are. And then, you know, it's got to go through a wholesaler, let's say through LA, one of the big ones, make its way to a store. So they got to make their money. The store makes their money. So by the time it gets to the end consumer, that's why we're seeing those sort of prices. We just had someone else here from North America walk in. Crazy, crazy. And almost this entire order. This guy Fam paid, says paid and Fam. Wherever you are, men, you have a very good eye. But yeah, very, very good. And so does this guy here. Oh no, same dude. Grabbing all the nice elegance. Crazy. I'm surprised how low-tech the systems are. It's just a big-ass skimmer. This 10-foot deep sump reservoir. There's a bunch of rock, live rock in the bottom of most of them. And that's it. Low-powered lights and high current, very high flow when the water's on here. It is quite turbulent in the tank. But other than that, there's no amino acids. There's no fancy dosing. There's no calcium reactors, there's no zeovit, there's no biopellets, there's none of the stuff that we use. But I guess they're also not really, this is more of a holding facility. The stuff's coming in and going out with the exception of maybe the stuff he's culturing. But it's a very, very low-tech system. It's not complicated at all. Crazy. Comment below which piece really stood out to you. If there was one that really caught your eye, just put at this many seconds in the comments below. It'd be kind of cool to see which ones spoke to you throughout this video. This is how they get them to the airport. Fill this thing up, strap it down, and then they're ready to go. Now that is a carpet nem. Actually, it's a few of them. And these are actually elephant ear mushrooms. So that's about 30 inches, maybe 24 inches across. And just incredible how big they get. One of them, this is a massive, massive soft coral. So cool to see. Talking about massive, look at this acantho. It's got to be more than a foot across. Just loving life. Actually, I lied. He's not from here. He's from France, and he's moved here, and he's sort of in the industry. This is the reason I'm here. Is this guy, my friend from Dubai that we met at Interzoo? He put me in touch. Thank you. You're on Fragbox TV. This is one that stumped me for sure. I thought it was Pectinia. It's actually Mycedium, but the way it's growing, it's almost like overlapping, ruffling little chalice coral pieces. That's a very, very cool piece. Very neat. Something I haven't ever seen really is two Cyphaspherias on the same plate, because they're not going to kill each other, but they're going to want to grow and outcompete. So it's a little bit unusual to see two of them sandwiched together like that. And the same goes for these Favias. Same sort of idea, but as you can see, they're not hurting each other. Right up against one another. It's a very weird color as well for Lobophilia, which we call Lobo. Very strange color. It's pink and yellow. That is a weird one for sure. I'm not sure why, but on this tank, it's gone bare bottom, no sand. On that one, white. And then the one where he takes photos over there, black, because you get that really nice contrast when you're taking the photo of the piece. These are just, man, so freaking nice. The yellow on them is outrageous. These are not as cheap. So there are some pieces in here, like I was showing you, the mushrooms, you know, those are inexpensive. These before cost, they're already a couple hundred US. So that's why you see them selling for, you know, $250, $500 a head. It's not that uncommon for some of the really, really premium stuff. Not that cheap. Same goes for the Acanthophilias. Before shipping, before any like that, the price here for them is already $300 US. 350 US, so then you can see why by the time they land, again, you're well into the thousands for a piece like that. And at the same time, there's a lot of risk involved with importing pieces like that. There's always a chance of DOA, and a lot of times they won't cover the DOA, the dead on arrival, under a certain amount. So if you got 1, 2, 10, it's just the name of the game. So when you get into a lot of them, they will replace the value of the coral, but like I said, the part that makes it expensive really is the shipping, and on that you get no credit and no value back. That's just part of it, and it's lost. So many different zoanthids in here, so many different patterns. This is a tank that I'm definitely going to spend a little bit more time on. Being someone that's into zoas, I'm going to go through here and really pick out the weird ones and the ones I haven't seen before. I want this thing. It's a little That's really neat. I thought it was a mushroom for a second, but it's not. It's actually macroalgae. The plate coral. This is plate coral.
I cut first.
How do you cut them?
Using this one.
What is it? Show me.
Saw.
A saw.
Saw.
I'm gonna send you a saw from North America. I'm gonna send you one.
This one.
That works? Wow. I'm going to send him a griffin. We're going to upgrade from this. You get a frag demonstration how it's done here in Indonesia. I told him I'm sending him a griffin as a gift. Demonstration. This is we're going back to school. Frag demonstration. It's very thick. Hospitality is very nice here too. The people are just lovely. You know, we just met, comes to their hotel, picks us up, gives us a ride here, shows us around town. Very, very kind people. Now, finally, the reason why we came all the way here, we are going to pick the pieces. So we'll put our hands in, we'll get a little dirty. I'll put down the camera for a second, and then I will show you what we've picked and what we have, and kind of give you a rundown and our ideas and thoughts on why we picked them. Me and Patrick, I think, are going to split this order here. We have a pretty interesting and cool relationship because we're friends, we're here, we're traveling, but also he's my wholesaler on a bunch of stuff back in Canada, a distributor of Ecotech Marine, but also a personal friend. Helped me open the store. You know, we're here, we're doing this, we're working, but then we're out and enjoying exploring Asia and doing that kind of stuff. So we'll probably split this order, we'll line it up, and then we'll give you kind of our picks. Our picks. Yeah, why we picked them. Why we picked them. Yeah, that's it. Okay, hold. Good. Checking out Fragbox TV. This is cool. So, one, it's too much fun doing this, but just like going through and then trying to find slight variations.
It's Christmas.
It's better than Christmas. I like this one here. I'm really digging this. I only see one like that, so then that's a piece for sure I'm gonna take, and then I hand it to my friend over here, and he's gonna add it to our pile. Thank you. Pat, you find anything cool?
I got a nice little collection of chalices started here. I got a couple Favias in there too.
Wow.
And I'm trying to refrain from buying.
Pat has found some treasure. On this one tank, we want to see the color of the zoanthid, so they got a blue light attached to a stick. And you can see Pat's very concentrating face. When he's looking for corals, he gets this concentrated, aggravated look, like, I want to make money and these are really nice at the same time. It's pretty.
It's like Christmas time, and then it's like, but you get to pick your presents.
You get to pick your presents, and then you grow them, and then resell and make money on all the presents. But just like Christmas. The thing is, they're kind of following us, and we're picking stuff out, and then they're floating it here on this piece of styro, and then they'll walk it over, and they kind of have Patrick's stuff separated here, and then mine over there. And it's kind of fun to watch someone else pick, because we don't pick the same stuff. Like, obviously there's some pieces we go and like, we want all of these, like, no question. Look, like these Ghanies, we're like, how many will you sell us? And they're only giving us one each. You know, they got to hold on to them. You can't, otherwise everyone that came in here, every banana would just buy all of them, and it just doesn't work like that. So it works out to be like 20-25% absolute fire cherry pieces. He's just showing me the light over top of this. See how he's holding it? Awesome. Thank you. What's your name? Your name. What's your name?
My name is June.
June? Thank you, June.
Okay.
June's gonna be on YouTube when we do this video. So what I was saying was, June sidetracked me, but we don't pick the same pieces. We pick very different pieces. So it's kind of fun to watch someone else pick, because he's got a different set of eyes and different experiences. Like
one here that I'm looking at.
I wouldn't have picked that. Like
this is a Fungia fraella, and it's not that it's particularly like a brightly colored piece. It's kind of purple with whitey tentacles. But this type of Fungia, you can see it was broken, and then it's puddling out and forming a new piece. So this one doesn't have a particularly cool color, but these are really fun to grow in captivity.
Yeah.
So I have to get it, even though it's not a bright color, because I want to grow it.
That's another thing. Pat is also a large culture. Oh, Eddie's trying to show me something crazy here. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a really, really special acanto. It's like yellow, gold, pink, and blue. Yeah, this order is just amazing. Let me walk over to my pile here. I can kind of give you a little preview, and then you are going to see all of these appear in our store. Damn, I just saw one more Zoa that I need. Those right there. So I'm looking for a lot of Zoas to take back and regrow to add to our collection there. So let me show you. They're going to show up in our store eventually. Okay, so much for keeping it separate. It looks like the orders have there's a little bit of a language barrier, but it's okay. They're all coming back with us. They did get mixed together, so we'll have to figure it out back at the shop. But there's some real stunners in here. This is going to be this is going to be the nicest Indo shipment that we ship back to the store. For the very fact that we're here, we're just picking through the best of the best, and this is fun. You know what? This is going to happen. I'm getting the feeling a lot more often. The flight really isn't that bad. It wasn't that expensive, and it's a work trip. It's a way to meet people and meet friends and make YouTube content and see the coral and where it comes from. In the next video, we're going to actually go out to another farm, and we're going to see where they're cultured out in the ocean, because like I've said so many times in the videos, I've always felt so disconnected from where the corals actually come from. And it'd be really cool to see and learn how they're grown and how they're cultured, and bring you guys along for the ride. I think that's it for today's video. We're gonna wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did, because I I'm in love with life right now. I never thought that I would be doing this for a living. I never thought that it would get to this level. I never thought that we'd have a YouTube channel, and I never thought that I'd be able to have these experiences. So just want to say thanks again to all of our subscribers. Maybe you're new to the channel. Maybe you just hopped on board. Go back, watch some other videos. There's like 500 of them out there. We do this here pretty often, but I want to say thank you very much. Bless you. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Fragbox TV. I'm going to leave you with probably, I will exitro with, let's see, which one is my favorite? It's really hard to pick one out of all of these. I'm seeing pieces I missed along the way, but I will leave you with this one, and I'll say the same thing I always say, which is have a very nice day, or afternoon, or morning, wherever you're watching from. Never stop breathing, and goodbye for now.